Welcome into Trappers warm-up, a bit of an unconventional day for baseball today. Ryan Breeden here in the Hyde Stadium press box. We have a doubleheader here on this Saturday evening / afternoon. First game starting here in about 10 minutes. And initially last night when I last signed off, I was under the impression that we were going to have two 7-inning games that started from scratch. So yesterday's 5-0 score in the top of the third was going to be wiped from the slate completely, but that was not how things were presented this morning. So we will continue that game that we started yesterday. And so it will be 5-0, the Pilots leading it over your Pierre Trappers. When we resume play, there are 2 outs in the top of the third inning for the Pilots when we pick that back up. So it'll be the remainder of this contest, and then 30 minutes following the conclusion of this first game, we will have a full 9-inning contest after that. The coaches just had their meeting behind home plate. Now I had a chance to catch up with Trappers coach Jamie Habiger to talk about this doubleheader today just a few moments ago.
At second base, number 11, Alex Miller. At first base is number 29, Jason Lee. DH is number 9, Isaac Decker. In left field, number 8, Micah Barkenhagen. Playing right field for the Pilots, number 25, Joey Hayden. Catching is number 22, Josiah Collado. At shortstop, number 1, Taylor Thompson. And playing third base, number 6, Tyler Wiltshire. Back out on the mound for the Red River Pilots this afternoon, number 16, Jackson Lucas. For the Pierre Trappers, coached by Jamie Habiger. Playing second base is number 4, Jackson Nix. In center field, number 31, Tyler Traphagen. At third base is number 22, Hunter Brown. Playing first base, number 6, Will Hope. In left field is number 3, Maddox Mueller. Catching is number 28, Carson Truppel. At shortstop, number 7, Andrew Beavers. Playing right field, number 14, Eric Glenberg. And DHing for your Trappers is number 11, Jacob Griffin. On the mound this afternoon for the Trappers is number 5, Sam Dineo.
Ladies and gentlemen, 2 days of the price of one. Those who took out early, we appreciate you. A lot of people are still figuring out, as we were this morning, that our gentlemen here, the Pierre Trappers and the coach, the manager, did a tremendous job fixing this field. How about a big hand for those guys? If you saw this field at the end of the night, it was a plus. And it did a tremendous job keeping this field looking probably better than it did before the game yesterday. So we appreciate your hard work. At this time, I'd like to ask everyone to please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with our national anthem brought to you by Andrea Royal. Great job by Andrea. And by the way, just to get you caught up to where we are at this time, and I'll need the back boy to hang out with you for a second. But we're going to get you caught up to where we are at this time. Now we're continuing the game from where it ended yesterday. Initially,
So we went all the way through. We'll start here in just a couple of moments.
and so we are starting from 2 outs in the top of the third inning. But before we can start any baseball games here in Hyde Stadium, we got to say the most famous words in baseball. Baseball. All right, ready for some baseball here. I think fans will be cruising in as the afternoon goes on, especially if they figure out we've got fireworks coming your way at the end of the second game.
And we are back here at Hyde Stadium. We went all the way through the national anthem with that pregame interview with Coach Habiger. Top of the third is where this one picks up. Game one of this doubleheader. Last night's game was called right where we stand now with some heavy torrential downpours. You know, after last night when I left the stadium, I wasn't even sure if we were going to be able to get the game in today at all, get any of them in. But, you know, the field dried out pretty nicely overnight. And Coach Habiger, Coach Hollum, and a couple of the guys for both teams able to get the field into playing condition today. And it actually looks better today than it did yesterday before the game, because we had some rain before we started this game yesterday as well. So it's 5-0. Pilots lead. They put up all 5 runs in the first inning off of Jack Van Camp. But that is not who will be on the mound here for the Trappers when we pick up. It will be Sam Dineo. We're about ready to go here. Runner is on first. 2 outs, top of the third. Trappers going to need to battle back in this game if they want to try and win this one. Josiah Collado will lead it off. But I think we're trying to figure out the field umpire situation first, because yesterday, if you recall, Nick Blessing was the field umpire because we didn't have a spare, and he's going back out there again to be the field ump today. So shout out to Nick Blessing. He's injured right now, but he's going out there to be the field umpire. See if he can give some home cooking to your Trappers. Dineo on the mound, the right-hander. Gets set in the first pitch. Runner takes off, and that's popped up on the infield in foul ground. Trumple cannot get there in time. So that will be a foul ball. Some aggressive base running there right out of the gates. Joey Hayden just took off on the first pitch. Sam Dineo played high school ball, the same high school that Coach Jamie Habiger coaches at. And he just graduated high school as well, so the youngest on the team. The pick over gets away from Will Hoke and rolls all the way to the fence. That will allow for Hayden to take second. He's going to round second and head to third as well, and he is in at third safely. So after Hayden attempted to steal second base on the first pitch of the game, Dineo picks over to first, but the throw is wild, and that allows for Hayden to advance 2 bases. So now a runner just 90 feet away from scoring, 2 outs, top of the third. Collado at the plate. And the 1 pitch, off speed, taken for strike 2. Good looking breaking ball there. Dineo wearing number 5 now, taking CJ Cumbo's uniform after CJ just left to take the road trip back home to New York. 0-2, breaking ball, bounced in the dirt. So a good idea there. The injury bug has really bit the team here over the last 3 weeks. Gabriel Arroyo had to leave and go home and rehab his shoulder. CJ Cumbo left this morning. The 1-2 pitch, another off speed that bounced as well, so the count 2-2. Daniel Hab, Trappers catcher, who has been fantastic this year, especially as of late, broke his hand 2 nights ago, and he is going to be going home on July 2nd. 2-2 pitch, and taken for called strike 3. So even though Joey Hayden advances from first to third on the wild pick over to first, Dineo able to pick up a strikeout of Josiah Collado, his first strikeout as a Trapper this summer. So it is 5-0 going to the bottom of the third. The Trappers looking to start something and get the offense rolling and try to cut into this deficit here on the voice of the Trappers, River 92.7. Him 5-0 the score. Trappers batting for the first time today, facing that 5-run deficit after the game was called last night due to Mother Nature deciding to rain on our parade, resulting in our doubleheader we have today. Eric Limberg playing right field will lead things off for the Trappers, followed by Jacob Griffin before it turns back over to the top of the order. And I can give you a refresher on the Trappers lineup. Jackson Mix leading things off. Tyler Traphagen, new Trapper. Hunter Brown, Will Hoke, Maddox Mueller, Carson Trumpold, Andrew Beavers, and then Eric Limberg and Jacob Griffin, who are due up here in the bottom of the third. Coach Matty Hullum of the Pilots going with the same starter as yesterday. Josh Lucas started last night, pitched the first 2 innings, just 33 pitches. And when I asked him before the game what he was rolling with, he said, I'm throwing Josh Lucas back out there. He looked good. He was efficient. Didn't work that much. He can go back out there for this one. First pitch at the bottom of the third, a high fastball swung through by Eric Limberg. It's the count 0-1. Limberg, one of the new additions to the team. The 0-1 pitch, that one missed way upstairs. From Canada, goes to Westcliff University here in the States. The 1-1, that's swung through and missed on a fastball. The count 1-2. Limberg looks a little bit behind that Josh Lucas fastball. Limberg batting 167 so far this year with the Trappers. The 1-2 and another fastball swung right through that one as well. 4 pitches, 3 swinging strikes on the fastball, and that is 1 out here in the bottom of the third. That brings up Jacob Griffin, swings it from the left side, draws his cross in the dirt, makes that big swipe with the left foot across that lefty batter's box before striding in there at the back corner of the box. First pitch, that one missed low. The count 1-0. Jacob Griffin, the team leader in RBI. Extra base hits, total bases, that one misses. The count 2-0. He's batting .273. He has 2 home runs this year as well. 2-0 pitch, that one missed. Ball 3. Griffin in a very much hitter's friendly count here in his first at-bat of the game. I would assume we will see a take all the way here. The 3-0 pitch from Lucas. We do see a take, and it misses high at the letters for ball 4. 4-pitch walk after the strikeout. Puts a runner aboard as we transition things back to the top of the order. Jackson Mix. 0 for 1 in the game. The Trappers no hits so far. And I know you're probably thinking, Ryan, the game just started. Well, I'm saying as well as last night in the first 2 innings of the game that were called. And now we have an actual field umpire trotting in there, so Nick Blessing has his duties relieved as the field umpire. Gets to go back to the dugout. First pitch to Jackson Mix, a fastball called to strike. He struck out in his first at-bat of the game last night. Got a runner aboard, though. A 1-pitch. That one missed low. Jacob Griffin getting a healthy lead over there at first and getting a good secondary. One of the points of emphasis for Coach Jamie Habiger and this team in their most recent team meeting. 1-1. There's a called strike 2. Jackson, he's batting .217, has 6 RBI this season, all of them with 2 outs. The 1-2 pitch, Griffin takes off and misses outside. The throw down, not in time, so Griffin slides in safely, feet first into the bag, so a runner now in scoring position. He started the year 0 for 7 at the plate, but since then 5 for his last 17. So found something as of recent. He has a runner in scoring position. 2-2 count. Lucas the pitch. Swing and a miss. That fastball has been overpowering here in the first 2 batters of this half inning. So Jackson Mix goes down swinging. So now 2 away for Tyler Trapphagen. This is his second at-bat in total with the team. Joined just yesterday, the wind picking up, as you can hear on that crowd mic. It's blowing pretty steadily out to center field, so hitters friendly winds, but it's kind of changing up sporadically. Trapphagen calls time before a pitch is thrown. Playing center field. And the first pitch, breaking ball taken for strike 1. Had a conversation with Coach Jamie in Sioux Falls, and that's how he got Trapphagen to come join the team. A 1 pitch off speed, that one stays outside and up, so the count 1-1. Batted .305 this past year at Ridgewater College in Minnesota. And the pitch chopped foul to the right side. He has a steady dose of contact, power, and speed. Obviously that batting average, as I mentioned, up over 300 this past year. 5 home runs as well, and 4 triples and 6 doubles. The 1-2 pitch, and a high fastball got him swinging through it. So the Trappers just could not catch up to that Josh Lucas fastball in the bottom of the 3rd. So even after getting a walk and a stolen base, Jacob Griffin stranded on 2nd. So we remain 5-0 here. We'll take a quick pause and go to the top of the 4th. Sam Dineo back out there for his 2nd inning of work on the voice of the Trappers, River 92.7. in Hyde Stadium. Top of the 4th inning. 5-0 our score. Ryan Breeden here sitting alone in the press box for now. I was supposed to have a guest right out of the gates here, but it would appear that Logan McKeever lied to me. He was like, Ryan, I'm going to join you right out of the gates, and I'll be up there for the first couple of innings because I want to be. And I was like, all right, sounds great, but I see Logan down there sitting to the left side of that dugout. Logan, you're forgetting something. You're supposed to be up here with me. Hey, it's all right. Sam Dineo, first pitch of the inning, and that's an off-speed pitch taken for strike one. Tanner Thompson playing shortstop. And he has the most strikeouts on the team with 18. And he has that one shot up to second base on the infield. Jackson Mix is under it and makes an easy catch for the first out. So after that infield pop-up, that will bring up Tyler Wiltshire. Batting 9th. Goes to Minot State. And he actually was a member of the Trappers last year, back in 2020. Batted .247 with the team in 25 games. First pitch, off speed, stayed outside, so the count 1-0. Pilots leading it 5-0. The 1-0 pitch, and that one stayed outside as well. Dineo, you know, it's not really his game to blow any of his stuff past you. It's more of a deception, pinpointing, trying to find the corners, using some movement on the off speed, and having more of that location. That one's hit to left field. Maddox Mueller on the move, lays out and makes the catch. Something that we have seen from him this entire year. He gets a fantastic first step almost every time. Got one there and laid out to make another fabulous grab. And you know what? Let's cue the Sports Center Top 10 music, Heather. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. Thank you, Heather. I remember you said you had that loaded up for me. So after the nice catch from Maddox Mueller, it takes us back to the top of the order for Caleb Whitley. Whitley is not having himself a very good game. After you continue over to last night, he is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. The count 1-0 in the pitch. That one's hit out to left field as well. Maddox Mueller has a beat on that one, ranging back near the track and makes the catch. So an easy, quick inning for Sam Dineo. 3 pop-ups, one of them to second and 2 of them to left field for Maddox Mueller. And we are already headed to the bottom of the 4th inning. We'll take a quick break here and come back on the voice of the Trappers, River 92.7. In here, Hyde Stadium, 5-0.
We're an American band.
Yes.
Because you know me, if the song comes on, I got to guess it. Anyways,
I had no idea what the song was, but so there you go. John Hunt with me now here on the headset, able to make it work. Coming up here, even though usually our habit is to come up for the bottom of the 2nd inning, but it's not really the 2nd inning. It's the bottom of the 4th after the craziness last night. And, you know, I already said this once on the air, but I wanted to get your take on it. I was shocked that the field looks as good as it does right now after yesterday.
I want to give Jamie Habecker, our coach, and all the guys on the Trappers big-time heads up for coming out here today, working on the field. The field looks better now, despite that deluge we had for about an hour and a half last night.
Yeah.
That flooded the field, flooded the streets around us. The field looks better than it did before game time yesterday.
I would agree with that. I would definitely agree with that. Hunter Brown squares to bunt, but then pulls it back for a called strike. Hunter probably just looking to get aboard any way that he can on a little bit of a hitting slump, but it's not really his fault. At least that's what the numbers would dictate. Hunter just 4 for his last 40 at the plate. But after this pitch, I'll tell you why. It's kind of outlier. And there's a called strike 2. Hunter, he's seen the most pitches on the team this year. He has the most quality at-bats on the team. He has the second most hard-hit balls on the team. The 0-2 pitch, off-speed, good take there in the dirt. But his batting average on balls put in play is just 229.
Yeah, he hits the ball on a button on a regular basis. It just seems to be right at guys. So that's got to change. You keep hitting the ball hard, they're going to find holes.
He gets unlucky. That one's hit up the middle, right to the shortstop. Makes the play and throw to first in time. Tanner Thompson, an easy play there. And even that one, that one was hit pretty well up the middle, just
the shortstop was playing over.
Side.
Yeah, he was playing over toward second, which gave him the opportunity to make the play. If he's 2 steps toward third, he doesn't make that play.
Yep.
The ball gets through.
Now we've got Will Hoke there at the plate, 0 for 1.
Will Hoke has family in town today, as a matter of fact.
Does he?
Yeah, we had to hook him up with some tickets for his family in the ballpark today.
First pitch missed outside. We'll see if he can put on a show for the family.
Yeah,
I know Trevor Seagrave's family is here as well. I got to meet his dad last night.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Very nice, man. The 1-0 pitch, that one missed low.
And with the pitcher on the mound for the Pilots, you do have to be patient with this guy. He'll give you 2 or 3 balls every at-bat. You just got to pick the right ones, just like every hitter.
Yep. 2-0 pitch. Fastball to miss, low. And he's shown, especially in that last inning that we saw from Lucas, that he's not afraid to challenge you with a fastball. Mm-hmm. He shows that he has a lot of confidence in that pitch, in the way that he presents it. He'll go right after you. He'll throw a high fastball and say, all right, try to hit it. And that's what he did last half inning, and we get a called time here. Home plate umpire signaling that he's watching for something there.
Either that or to look at him before he goes into his motion. That might be what it was. Maybe he's trying to go too fast into his motion.
That could be. The 3-0. There's a fastball for a called strike.
And Will even shook his head. Yes, he knew. But, unless it was his perfect pitch, he wasn't going to swing.
3-0, you have to be a really, really, really confident hitter to swing 3-0. The 3-1, that one's hit in the air out to left field. Barkenhagen on the move, backpedaling, and he almost lost it, but catches it while stumbling backwards on the track. Looked like he had an easy read on it, but then kind of twisted his body,
he lost it in the sun
stumbled.
for a minute. I think that was the case. He looked up, and I could see him turning his head. You know that look you get when, I lost it. And then he had to re-find it when he turned his back around, and he found it right at the edge of the warning track.
It was almost trouble, and I think why it was almost trouble is because that wind is blowing pretty well straight out, so it just carries anything that's hit in the air.
Exactly.
So 2 outs here. Maddox Mueller, first pitch, off speed, taken for a strike.
And again, these guys are taking that first pitch almost every time so far today.
Yeah.
The other thing I'm wondering is if the Pilots pitcher, since he pitched yesterday, how it's going to affect him.
Out to center field, into right center. We'll camp up there and make the catch for the 3rd out. Joey Hayden made that play. So a quick 1, 2, 3 inning for the Trappers. We are through 4, and we will go to the top of the 5th. Pilots leading it 5-0 here. And John, are you going to go back downstairs? Are you going to stay for another half
I'm not sure.
inning?
I'm going to look at my sheet.
Okay.
And I might be back.
You figure out the prognosis.
The
maybe we'll have John Hunt.
I think I'll be here for the half inning.
Sounds great. So 5-0 our score, going to the top of the 5th here on the voice of the Trappers, River 92.7. him.
myself, though. I'm not.
Oh, here we go. I got you.
There
I
we
had you
go.
muted. Yeah,
There
you're
we go.
perfect. You're perfect. There we go.
Slow Ride by Foghat.
We were just talking during this last commercial break. You've kind of started playing a little bit of a game where you guess that song when Heather plays when coming back in.
The intro.
I'm going to have something similar to that. Heather's putting something together for me, for the genre that I like. But then you were saying, Heather's trying to teach me some
Heather,
old music.
feed him some like Led Zeppelin and some, Ted Nugent.
I might have a chance to guess the artist for some of the older, like classic rock and stuff like that, but I would not have a chance to name a lot of the song names.
Exactly. I want to remind fans before the hitter comes to the plate, which he's about to, that we do have the auction still continuing despite the rain out yesterday, and we do have fireworks going tonight. So the auction for the Gary Sinise Foundation on players' jerseys from the game a couple nights ago.
Alex Miller will lead it off for the Pilots. Top of the 5th. 5-0 the score. Sam Dineo had a quick 1-2-3 inning last time out there. First pitch, that one missed. Something that I've just noticed about Sam, because this is my first time watching him in person, because you got to see him when you were in Sioux Falls. His release is interesting. It's almost like a shot put type of release, if I can say. It's kind of out in front, if that makes sense. So it's a little bit deceptive. You saw it there on that fastball that was called a strike.
And as minute as he is, when that pitch leaves his hand, it jumps.
Yeah.
It has motion. I mean, I'm not sure what he's throwing, but he's throwing pretty hard for his size for sure.
Yeah, and his game, is he's not going to blow anything past you, but he has a good arsenal of stuff, I guess. He's got some movement on his stuff, and he likes to paint corners.
Young Greg Maddux.
There you go. The 2-1 pitch, off speed, cranked into right center field, but Trapphagen camps on it, makes the catch while falling for the first out.
Trap, welcome to the trap.
He's got some speed and some range. And this is what I was saying to you last night. With Trapphagen and center field and Maddox Mueller in left field, there's not a lot of stuff that's going to get down out there from left, ranging all the way over to that right center field area.
And Tynan does a good job in the outfield as well. I'm not sure that he plays right much. I know we use Eric Lemberg over there a lot.
And Jacob Griffin as well. First pitch to Jalen Lee's popped foul. I know that Eric out there in right field, he's probably feeling super, super relaxed and super comfortable. He's saying, I've got the best outfield I could possibly have around me.
Exactly.
I don't have that much ground I have to cover. I can hang out here, make some plays, leave some plays to Mr. Trapphagen in center.
Yeah, he has some speed. He just showed it on that play. And good hops. I mean, he dove and slid for that ball.
Jalen Lee pops that one in foul ground. Trumpold lost it. It drifted out of play anyway. Jalen Lee leads the team in hits and extra base hits as well. He has 8 doubles. The next best on their team is 3.
He's a little bit smaller version of the Soares Valley first baseman.
Yes. Swings it from the left side as well rather than the right. And obviously Chris Monroe, who we were referring to, who leads the league in seriously every single offensive stat that matters.
And I told Matty Holm that we need to get him a Head and Shoulders commercial with that hair.
1-2. That's hit to short.
Right to short.
And it bounces underneath the glove of Andrew Beavers and gets into center field. So that one will probably go down as an error there.
That's got to be an E6.
It looked like it just – I think that Mr. Beavers was expecting a little bit of a hop there into the glove, and so it didn't really bounce, so it just kind of rolled right underneath that glove.
Yeah, exactly.
It's hard. It's hard
and
to play.
And he tried to play it off the side. He didn't step one more step over and bend down and played it straight forward. He tried to play it off his side to make the easier throw.
So Jalen Lee reaches on an E6, and that will bring up Isaac Becker. He walked and scored a run earlier in the game. Off-speed pitch, way out in front of that one.
Now, here's what I did see with Dineo on the mound in Sioux Falls. He got himself out of a couple of jams with double play balls.
Yep, he had some, from what I heard, he was able to pitch out of jams. He had some good defense behind him.
Yes. So here we could use one right now.
A 1 pitch, that one missed low and outside. Very much is one of those pitch to contact pitchers, rely on the defense around you, get ground balls, get weak pop-ups, not going to strike out a lot of batters, and that's okay. That's just very much a style. The 1-1 hit on the ground. There's your ground ball. Beavers field, and now it goes underneath the glove again.
That was your double
play ball. Jalen Lee advances to third. The throw to third is not in time, Andrew Beavers, he had the range to his right for that one. He just had one go underneath his glove a batter ago. Had the range to his right, and it looked like that one just stayed under the glove once again.
Yeah, we talked about Dineo, pitching ground balls.
Yep.
That was the perfect double play ball. Hit to the shortstop, little flip to second, little flip to first, out of the inning. But unfortunately didn't work, and now we got runners on first and third.
So Dineo has pitched 2 ground balls here in a row to back-to-back batters, but neither of them able to be fielded cleanly. That brings up Micah Barkenhagen. He is 1 for 2 with an RBI base hit in the first. First pitch, that one missed. Looked good. I think that one missed.
Maybe a touch inside.
A little bit inside.
Because it was right across the letters.
Yep. He leads the team in home runs with 3, 2 of them coming in the same game against the Trappers here at Hyde Stadium. 1-0 pitch. That one stayed just a bit high, so the count 2-0.
And again, it's the early game of a doubleheader. You get 2 for the price of 1, so you can come on out to the ballpark now
anytime
and catch both games and get some fireworks tonight.
And it's only 30 minutes between games, so it's not like you're waiting for that
time
long
to eat
between
dinner.
games either.
Go down and have some concessions.
Exactly.
A couple adult beverages.
2-0 pitch. Runner takes off, and that one's hit well out to left field. Max Mueller on the move, back at the track, and he goes over his head as he stumbles down to the wall. That will be extra bases. 2 runs will score easily. Barkenhagen is rounding second, cruising to third. He is going to hold up at third, and that is a 2 RBI triple. There's that wind again that we were talking about, blowing profusely straight out, and that's what it did there. Maddox Mueller, it just kept ranging back, and he stumbled and hit off that wall.
And you got to feel bad for Dineo, his first outing in Hyde Stadium. That's 2 unearned runs for Dineo. The triple was clean. I mean, he hit that ball hard. It would have been a heck of a play on the warning track to make it. And the wind is blowing hard once you get out there.
Now Joey Hayden hits that one high in the air to center field. We'll see if Trapphagen can make a throw home. Runner tags the throw. That will not be in time, so it's cut off there at second by Jackson Mix, and that is a sacrifice fly RBI for Joey Hayden, and that makes it 8-0.
Yeah, 8 runs on 4 hits and 3 errors.
That first inning of the game, dating back to last night, had some control issues early on from Jack Van Camp, which we've kind of seen has happened to him in his last 3 outings. It wasn't like they were earning him.
I meant to talk to Jamie, Coach Habecker, about using that premier pitcher or the first guy.
Yes. Off-speed pitch misses to Josiah Collado. He is 1 for 2 with an RBI. Has struck out once.
Because, you get Jack past that second inning, he's gold.
Exactly right. That one bounced for ball 2. So now if you're Sam Dineo, you have to try and dial back in. You did what you could do early on in this inning. You got a quick out number 1 and then 2 ground balls that just got through the infielders. And then all of them are driven in. 2-0 pitch. That one missed low as well.
And the other thing for Dineo is to eat innings.
Yes.
To eat innings in a game like this is important because of the way the pitching staffs at this level work. You have pitch count limits every week. You have, you don't want guys throwing their arm out in summer ball. You're careful with these guys.
3-0 pitch, and that one is a called strike.
And so for that reason, even if the Trappers don't come back and win this ball game, the fact if he can just get work in, work on his pitches, and eat some innings, that helps.
Nubbed foul, so 3-2 now.
It helps the Trappers over the rest of the homestand.
Yes, and Coach Jamie is not really worried about his starting pitching situation because he has them kind of on a short leash now. He has started to find a system. He has enough guys. He wants them to maybe go 5 innings maximum unless they are really, really dealing. The 3-2 pitch roped out to left center field, actually ranges into center field, and Trapphagen ranges out.
Oh, my!
Make the catch. Cue the music. Cue the music, Heather. Cue it.
That is if you're keeping score at home, you put a star next to that one in the scorebook. He was fully extended, diving, and made a tremendous play. That's 2 good plays in the last inning. Welcome to the Trapphagen.
So a fantastic play to end the top of the 5th. The Pilots put up 3 runs, though, on that 2 RBI triple from Micah Barkenhagen and then a sacrifice fly. 1 batter later, Trappers' offense needs to get the bats rolling here for the bottom of the 5th. 8-0 to score on the voice of the Trappers, River 92.7. box. Ryan Breeden. I had John Hunt for the last inning, and I'm back to a solo crew now. 8-0 the score. The Pilots leading it over your Trappers. About to get started in the bottom of the 5th. We'll have Carson Trumpold leading things off for the Trappers.
There we go.
Followed by Andrew Beavers and Eric Lindbergh.
They're clapping over there, too. They saw it.
About ready here. We had a little bit of a conversation between the Pilot starter, Josh Lucas, and the home plate umpire before they started this half inning. I think maybe trying to tell him, his tempo needs to slow down a little bit. He's been in a groove. That much has been very noticeable. Has not yet given up a hit. Here as we go to the bottom of the 5th. So a bit of a no-hitter working through 4. First pitch to Trumpold. There's a called strike. And I'm not sure how Coach Jamie would feel about the approach early on in this game, if you include what has just happened these last couple of innings with taking a first pitch strike on most of these at-bats, and that one misses high for ball 1. Now I've got Logan McKeever up here with the headset. I'll have him put that on, and we'll unmute you. Logan, for a little while, I thought you weren't coming. I thought you forgot about me.
No, I was just looking for a good time. I know self-esteem is kind of down right now, so I just wanted to be in there for the boys.
Yep. So what's the emotions and the attitude like in the dugout?
Well, it's kind of hard to get a good idea of the game, especially when you already started like half in, half out.
Yeah.
So it's like kind of like down right now.
1-2 pitch, fouled off straight back. Because that was something I asked Coach Jamie about before the game. You're going into a game, basically you're saying, all right, you're playing a 7-inning game, but you're down 5 runs right at the start of the game. How do you get over that?
It's hard too, but the most important thing that we can do is just keep playing. I mean, baseball's an interesting game. Anything can happen.
1-2 off speed, rung him up for strike 3, and I think that Carson knew it there. Immediately walking back to the dugout after that one dropped in, fooled him. So I'll bring up Andrew Beavers. Trappers still looking for that first hit here in the game that extends back to last night. 8 runs on 4 hits for the Pilots. It's not like they're hitting the cover off the ball. They're just taking advantage of the free pass, a couple of errors. First pitch to Beavers, missed high. Like that last half inning we had, for example, for Sam Dineo. He got a couple of ground balls, but just took some bounces, I guess, rolled underneath the glove of Andrew Beavers a couple of times, and they ended up taking advantage of that.
Yeah, that's just baseball.
Yep.
I mean, that stuff happens all the time, and great job from Sam, especially as a young guy. He comes in there, and errors happen. I know that can be frustrating as a vet pitcher, but he just did a great job of just keep throwing.
So the count 1-1, and the pitch off speed taken for strike 2. And so you're starting here in game 2,
Yes,
right?
I am.
So what's the approach? What's the mentality facing this Pilots lineup for you?
My approach is just I've struggled a lot of this. It's get ahead, stay ahead, and win it. So,
Buckled him again, so another strike 3 taken there from Andrew Beavers. Back-to-back strikeouts looking. That'll bring up Eric Lindbergh. And you saw Coach Jamie Haviger shaking his head there, before the game, talking about, I want the guys to be aggressive. I don't want a lot of taken strikes. First pitch to Lindbergh, swung on and fouled off.
It just seems the complete opposite of what our game plan was. It was to be aggressive and just let loose, and it just seems like we're just timid still at the plate, watching too many pitches, and we just all of a sudden, like, we're all talking about this pitcher like we faced him before. I mean, we've hit against him.
Yep.
It's just a matter of fact if, like, we show up there with confidence. Instead, it's just no confidence right now.
And a lot of these guys on the team are very young, so still trying to find that confidence, and a lot of that is the reason that these guys are here, to try and gain that confidence and get the experience. That one's fouled off, so the count 1-2.
This is especially for me. I'm going to be a sophomore on the field. I don't have a whole lot of experience on the field lately, but I'm just trying to take advantage of the opportunities that I'm getting.
Yep. Lucas gets set, the 1-2 pitch, and hit on the ground to first, and it gets through the legs of Jalen Lee for I guess we might call that a base hit. I don't know.
Let's see what we scored.
It depends. Do you rule out an error? Do you rule it a hit?
Yeah, the no-hitter's going.
I think we're going to give that one a hit. So that will break up the no-hitter. So finally, the Trappers in that hit column. It was hit hard through that first base side. Jalen Lee didn't even have time to really try and get down on it. Just went right through his legs before he even knew it was coming.
See, this is the kind of thing that you need, especially when you look up at the scoreboard and you see a 0 in your hit column and 3 errors. You just need that one spark, and that could be it.
We'll see if the spark has been lit here. Jacob Griffin, first pitch. That one missed. And it rolls away, and so Lindbergh will late take off to second, and he gets in there anyway. You know, he took off like 3 to 4 seconds after that ball skipped past the catcher, and he still made it in without a throw.
And this is how it starts.
We'll see if Jacob Griffin can drive in a run here. He leads the team in RBI with 14. This would be a good time for one right now. 1-0 pitch. That's hit on the ground to second. Will be fielded cleanly, and the throw to first is in time. So not this half inning, but they do get a runner aboard and into scoring position. Jacob Griffin grounds out to second to end the inning, and we will go to the top of the 6th inning. Pilots leading it 8-0. Sam Denea will come back out for his 4th inning actually out there here on the voice of the Trappers, River 92.7. Eight to nothing our score. Ryan Breeden, Logan McKeever next to me here in the press box. I've had you up here before.
Yeah.
This is like your 2nd, 3rd time up here? You were up here early on in the year. Very early in the year, I remember.
I think this would be the 4th time I've been up in this booth.
Okay.
But I've been up in Minot, I think, twice? Once in Minot?
I think
twice?
once. It's been a decent amount of times.
Yeah, plenty. I know there's a bunch of guys that want to be up here and all that stuff.
It's fun. I like having the guys that want to come up here.
Oh, yeah.
You guys have all been pretty good up here, too. First pitch, that's hit to short, and Beavers snags it out of the air. A nice catch there from Andrew Beavers, getting airborne. And snagged that one. Made it look easy. Used the reflexes. So one quick out here. And there you go. Sam Deneo is a contact pitcher for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Able to have the defense work for him on that one.
Especially having a guy that comes in and throws yesterday like Jack. Jack can come in there and bump high 7s, low 8s, maybe even mid 8s. Goes in there.
First pitch called to strike to Tyler Wiltshire.
And then you have him. He comes in there mid 70s.
0 for 2. Third baseman. That one's hit foul near the Trappers' dugout. So the count 0-2. A nice day for baseball here. It's not hot like it had been for the last 2 days that we had baseball here. 75 degrees, 20-mile-an-hour winds. That one's hit out to second, and Jackson Mix can't get up there, so that'll get down for a base hit.
Contact pitcher.
Weak contact, too. Didn't hit it well.
I know.
Just found some green grass. Something that it feels like this Trappers team has not been able to do. You know, find green grass when they put the ball in play.
Oh, yeah.
Just an unlucky team, I feel like, when it comes to finding the holes and finding the green grass.
I know in Minot, when we hit, like, long foul balls, they would even get to the long foul balls. Like, they weren't hanging up. They were just playing as well.
Yep.
And it just seems like we couldn't even get a foul ball to go our way.
And that's a called strike. We're back to the top of the order. Runner on first. Caleb Whitley 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. The 0-1 pitch, and that one just missed. It looked good.
Yeah, I thought it looked good. It was a great pitcher's pitch, but, you know.
That was a good ground ball pitch, too.
That's a perfect ground ball pitch to Will. Go over there, take it with you, and then you get Sam to cover the bag for you.
The 1-1. That's hit out to left field. Maddox Mueller backpedaling and makes the catch for the second out.
See, ball doesn't lie. Ball doesn't lie.
Ball doesn't lie. What do you think of this duo in left field and center field of Maddox Mueller and Tyler Traphagen?
I've talked to Trap a few times recently, and I love the energy he brings. So does Maddox. Maddox brings a positive energy. And then Eric, even in right field, he even brings a positive energy, and I love it.
Those two guys out there, both really fast, have a fantastic glove, great first step, can cover a lot of ground, and that one's hit foul to the right side.
And the perfect thing is they all have different qualities. Like Maddox, he's a 5-tool guy. Seems like Trap, he's got a great bat, great glove. Not much of an arm, but he's got the arm.
Yeah.
And then he's got the speed.
Yeah.
And the reads. Eric has a good bat when it gets on.
Yes.
That's all that matters.
So the count 0-1, and the pitch, and that one's hit to the right side and foul.
Shout out to Jordan Lutmer over here.
Oh, my gosh.
He told me to do it.
Jordan, that's a shame. The assistant GM runs around every game. The 0-2 pitch, and that one hit him on the elbow. So Dineo had a 0-2 count, looking to get out of the inning, but loses Alex Miller on a hit-by pitch. And that extends the inning for Jalen Lee.
That's a coach's pet peeve. Pet peeve. 0-2 count, and you either hit him or walk him.
Just throw away an opportunity to get an out, and now you have to face Jalen Lee. He's 0 for 2, but he's scored 2 runs in this game. Leads the team in RBI and total bases and hits. So the hitter that has been doing the most damage at the plate for the Pilots. First pitch taken for a strike. Goes to Mid-Atlantic Christian, just like a lot of the guys in this lineup. 4 of them. Dineo's 0-1 pitch. That one missed outside. And so all the ones at Mid-Atlantic Christian, college teammates with Drew Copeland, one of our fellow trappers.
Oh, yeah. Love Drew.
He's been out for a while, though.
Yeah.
With that elbow.
I'm ready to see him get back out there. He's done his time. He's been patient. I'm just ready for him to get his opportunity.
1-1 off speed, lifted into right field. Lindbergh is there, and he makes the catch for the third out. So a good job from Dineo to get a big out number 3 on a big bat from Jalen Lee. So we will go to the bottom of the 6th. Pilots leading 8-0 over your Trappers here on the voice of the Trappers, River 92.7. The 2-0 there. That one missed outside. Ball 3. So 2 walks to start out the inning. And then 3 straight balls to Hunter Brown.
And the man on deck is a very dangerous man, Will Hawk. I can't wait to see him.
The 3-0, there's a called strike. Smart take there.
Yeah, you're not going to swing 3-0, especially when you walk the first 2 guys.
Lucas, the 3-1 pitch. Fouled back 3-2. A big hack there.
Great hack, great hack.
He'll take his walk back around to that right-handed batter's box. The count 3-2, nobody out. Bottom of the 6th. And the pitch missed for ball 4. Bases loaded, nobody out.
This is the man you want to have on the plate. I know he's talked to me about his slump and everything, but I just know he's just going to need that one knock, just that one swing. He's going to feel it, and he's going to stay connected, and he's going to break out in a big way.
Golden opportunity here for Will Hoke. Bases loaded, nobody out. He's 0 for his last 13, but a chance here. First pitch fouled off.
He's aggressive. I like it.
Aggressive mentality. He leads the team in hard hit balls with 18.
Oh, yeah.
So he puts the ball in play. The ball in play here would probably score at least 1.
2, for sure.
0-1 pitch missed, up and outside. He's also patient.
He is very patient. He has a good idea of his own strike zone. He doesn't want to chase certain pitches. He has a great swing. He hits a lot of balls hard, like you said. But
Second on the team in walks. 1-1. There's a called strike. A fastball there.
He hasn't caught a break recently.
Yep.
Beginning of the season, it was all him, and then now it's just been like everything he hits hard is caught, dived for, snagged, everywhere.
The 1-2. Fouled off, staying alive. Had to shorten up the swing there. 1-2 count. Bases loaded. Nobody out for the Trappers. The 1-2 pitch. Hit on the ground. Right back to the pitcher who makes the play for 1. And that gets by.